Hey, Greg is here.
Greg? Who the hell's Greg?
Right, Craig.
Yeah, it's Craig.
Yeah.
Sometimes he gets the name right, sometimes he doesn't.
Eh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
same thing.
Lord. We're here again. Yay! Another Grumpy Dungeon Masters podcast. I'm Jay, joined with my co-host, Kristian, and Dan. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello there.
Did you call me Christopher's?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, you defeated the other Christopher, so now you're more than one.
There can be only one.
Yep.
There is only one.
You are the size of two Christophers, so.
Yeah, that seems possible, yeah.
Kristian, where can they find us on social medias?
You can find the Grumpy Dungeon Masters podcast on Apple Podcast, on Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts. You can also find it on YouTube. And you can find us streaming on Twitch TV on Tuesday and Thursday nights, starting around 9-ish Eastern. Currently working our way through Baldur's Gate 3 in Honor Mode run. And soon, not yet, but soon, one day in 2026, you'll witness the glorious return of Grumpy Dungeon Master Christopher's D&D 5e campaign, Waterdeep Worldborn Dead.
Yes, coming soon, December 2026.
No, it's not going to be that
Hyping it up all year.
Okay, November then. No, he'll wait till October. That's his favorite month anyway.
No, I just gotta I could have started it for February, and like you know how it goes. Like scheduling D&D games is always the biggest issue. I know my wife is always available, but she's still recovering from a surgery she had, so she's her energy lasts a couple of hours tops. And I got my other friend who was always going to be available. And then I got two other players that, kind of pop in and out. Three other players that kind of pop in and out. One is probably going to be available always, but the other two have real lives and, things happen. So like, I want to give them enough lead up time as well and not like play for a couple weeks and stop for a couple weeks. So like, I got GaryCon and I got a few other things that's happening in March that I can't run games on the weekend with, and it's supposed to be somewhat of a show for people that participate in the Grumpy Dungeon Master universe, so it's always available to go out there and watch. So it's kind of hard to start it up and in February and kind of kill it, and when I know I'm going to have to stop it for a bit in February. So that's pretty much it. So
we get it. You don't ever want to start up a game and then have a month off. I mean, missing 1 week of D&D screws everything up. Can't remember what the hell happened. Nobody knows what's going on for the first hour. Right? We get it.
Right. Yeah. And usually the players I have don't have that kind of big issues, but they definitely don't have the retention of the small intricacies that have been going on that I've been kind of laying out. And that's just going to happen because they're going to forget. And they forget after 2 weeks, let alone 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, yeah, because I know Kristian with the Shadow Dart game this week at the beginning, you had us all do a sort of a recap of what happened the previous game session.
I do like doing that on the stream because again, it's kind of a show thing. So being able to kind of like say that and ramp that up is useful. But yeah. Definitely follow us and subscribe to all our shit. I'm actually trying to get this year. I'm trying to break like 1,000 followers on some social media. So like, if you are listening to our stuff, leave a comment, do a like, do a share or whatever it is. And Jay, you got to think of better titles. Mention Matt Mercer in every title because that always seems to, please the algorithm gods.
I do try. I throw him in like once a month if I can.
10 tips Matt Mercer doesn't want you to know.
Yeah, I hate the algorithm.
And then we never mention it.
Nope.
That's something that I actually have his top 10 tips. I'll talk about that at the end of the episode.
All right. I mean,
I
fuck
see
it.
where
No,
this is going.
talk about it right now. Let's do it.
No. I see where this is going. This is at the end of the episode.
This is the end of the episode thing.
Okay. All right. Sure.
All right. I did have a couple things to talk about, though. You guys use Reddit at all? You guys know what Reddit is?
No.
Unfortunately.
So Reddit has like this for you homepage, and then they have all. Reddit all basically just shows everything that's currently being upvoted in some kind of, massive amount. So the page shows all the most popular posts across all of Reddit. And that's what I normally browse because I don't like having news and items curated towards me. I'd rather basically just block things that I don't want to see anything about. Like, I don't care about SpongeBob memes, so I have like the SpongeBob subreddit muted. And that's how I'd like to consume my brain rot. My For You homepage on Reddit, I initially tried to tailor that towards the stuff that I wanted, like Warcraft, Overwatch, Baldur's Gate, D&D. And it was the same fucking shit every day, nonstop. And I got kind of irritated with it years ago. That's when I switched to just using all, as much as Reddit tries to hide that from everybody. But anyways, a couple days ago, I went through and cleared out all the subreddits that I had liked, except for a very few. One of them was Fallout, because I do like to stay up to date on the Fallout show and theories, people theory crafting and stuff, and all the D&D related subreddits that I use. And I'm glad I did, because normally I don't see that stuff, even on my For You page. I usually see like Overwatch memes or WoW memes, like, look at this bikini model I have in WoW. Look, I don't care. Or Baldur's Gate 3 is like, look, I did a tab run and I murdered everybody. Give me an upvote. I don't give a shit. So I'm glad I did, because a post on the Dungeons and Dragons subreddit kind of came through where some guy was helping his friend like clear out his house or something like that, and they came across a cardboard tube filled with a massive amount of old D&D adverts. And I'll put the link in our podcast chat channel on our Discord for you guys to take a look at. There are some really cool old adverts, and they're all like in pristine condition. Like, they're not faded, they're not torn, they're not wrinkled. He only put a couple of the pictures up, and he mentions that he has a bunch more. And he was like, I don't know what to do with these. What should I do with these things? And immediately people are like, you should sell them. I'll buy them for $100. And like,
that's very low.
Yeah. So I actually reached out to the guy and said, hey, I don't know how much what you have there is worth, and you could very easily sell them on eBay and make a lot of money, I think. But what I suggest for you is I want you to get in contact with the Lake Geneva Museum and see if you could donate these to them. And, then, because they're going to be worth a bit of money, you could use it as a tax write-off. So instead of selling them for direct cash, get a tax write-off on these, because these are in such immaculate condition. They definitely need to, and I quote, be in a museum. And we had some back and forth for a little bit about it, and he seemed really receptive to the idea. Who's the lady that's in charge of the Lake Geneva Museum again?
Anya
Arkwright.
Yeah.
Tanya.
So I gave him her information, and he's probably going to reach out to them and see if they want to take them before he tries to sell them. And I was really excited for that. You can actually see on the photos of the Wizards of Lake Geneva website, there's actually a couple, like one of the posters he has is actually in the museum already. So I definitely know that they'll want all of these. So I thought they were cool. Like, I told him, like, I would love to buy them from you and like hang those up. Having that Monster Manual poster would be just bloody cool. So yeah, the one of the posters is just the old Monster Manual cover on a poster board. It just says Advanced D&D on it, and that it's a hardbound quality book. They have the Dungeon Master's Guide poster that describes what's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Another poster is I think the Player's Handbook, basically saying like this is the basic set that all you need to start playing your role-playing adventures. And I just thought it'd be really cool to actually get that stuff in a museum instead of, some collectors out there who's not going to like it as much as me.
Yeah,
But
I think it's a good idea to do that because, like you said, these are in pristine condition. But
yeah,
they're rare. They're not super duper rare by any
Yeah.
means. Like these are probably a couple $100 a piece. So
Yeah.
private collection's fine. Lake Geneva Museum, especially for ones they don't have, would be preferable. If they don't have it, then they should
Yeah.
go there.
yeah. But I just thought it was cool, and I was like, I'm so glad that I did kind of clear out my Reddit shit. I actually found something useful off of Reddit, and
Yeah.
not some kind of scam.
Yeah, the first time ever anything useful came out of Reddit.
Speaking of scams,
Mhm.
I also use Facebook. You guys use Facebook. Are you guys getting a reoccurring ad for custom D20 anniversary or Valentine's Day dice at
No,
all?
No, because I don't really go on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of my feed is just porn, so no.
Well, I wasn't going to bring this up at all until my brother reached out to me this morning and said, "Hey, I saw this. This looked really cool. You should get one of these." And all it is it's some kind of, I guess, drop ship D&D dice that's kind of custom. I'm going to put in our podcast chat an Etsy link so you guys can see an example of them because they're all over Etsy. And if you do a search on Google for, Valentine's D20 or anniversary D20s, you find ones that look exactly the same. And you can usually get like your initials on it and like an anniversary date. And I've seen these prices on Etsy. They're like $10, $15 per die. But on the Facebook ads I've been getting for the same exact die, they're selling them for like $100 a piece. Like, I don't know if these ads are working. Obviously they seem to be because people are buying them. And my brother, who doesn't do anything D&D related, is like, I'm thinking of getting one of these.
Oh no.
And I was like, please don't. No. It's a scam. They're drop ship. I mean, they're customizable, so I don't know how much of it is really drop shipping, but like you can find them off Etsy for like $6.50 here for one. Like, don't spend $30 on a single D20, $100 on a set when all you're doing is engraving a single die. It's not worth it. And I mentioned to him too about the other scam that's kind of been hitting the D&D world, which was for the I think it's called a friction lens projector. It's all it is just a battle map projector that certain companies are selling for like $200 to $300. And I had put this in our podcast chat like a month ago, but I think it's getting worse because I'm starting to see reels and shit about these companies using people's videos to promote these, battle map projectors and sell them. And now you could find the same projector on Amazon for like $20. I'll just put one example in the podcast chat for the immersive projector from MagicCast. They want $120 for it. And so it's just a little tiny projector that projects a battle map, which is cool. That's how some people play D&D. But they charge $100 or something that I know they're getting off of Amazon or fucking Temu for like $10, $20 is crazy. And then where these companies start using the videos of like, Genie D and stuff, quote unquote, using these for their games is, stealing from those creators. And then on top of that, they give you battle maps as well. And some people have reported buying these just to see what the battle maps were and finding out they're battle maps that they either got off of Reddit or stole from other companies as well.
Or AI generated, or yeah.
No, not even AI generated. Like if they had
Even
AI
lazier somehow.
even lazier. What half of them are just from the incarnate public space.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like
Wow.
so, like I mean,
look, scams are always going to exist. That's nothing new. It's I won't even say it's really a new space. But yeah, online gaming is kind of a new space. So it's not surprising that people would be trying to upsell things. Like they probably just buy these off of fucking Amazon or whatever for $20 or buy them in bulk for $10 a piece. Like you said, steal all the maps, make a huge amount of profit for gullible people or people that just don't realize, oh, I can just buy this on Amazon for nothing. It's just the nature of things. Just be aware and don't pay for shit you don't need.
I guess, but it just seems like it's really just shitty.
It is, yeah. Like it's scummy, it's low, it's people cheating other people out of hard-earned money. You are getting a product. They're not scamming you per se, but they're kind of upselling you. It's definitely scummy.
Yeah. But I just that all kind of all collapsed in today. And when I got that text from my brother, just like, hey, I'm gonna buy these dice. Like, please don't.
Oh yeah. By the way, if I'm ever paying, I will never pay $100 for a single die. That will never fucking happen. But if I'm ever paying actual like real money for dice, it's either going to be the Mold Bay dice or the like the old D&D dice where I have to fucking use a crayon to get the number in there. That's the only dice I'm ever going to pay real.
Yeah, I mean, I think I paid like $60 for the anniversary old school dice.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Some people are dice fiends. Some people are miniatures. I'm just not one of those guys. I don't know about what Kristian, Dan. Do you guys buy weird dice?
I don't. I mean, I'm cursed either way. It doesn't matter whether they're fancy dice or weird dice or metal dice, stone dice, gemstone dice, plastic die, resin. Doesn't fucking matter. I roll like dog shit regardless. So it doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter to me. But my wife really enjoys having special and unique dice. So I get her dice fairly frequently, and every now and then she gives me some nice looking dice. But yeah, not really my thing. I do have a ton of dice just from gaming for years.
Oh yeah.
Not because of anything in particular. It's just I have a ton of dice.
Yeah, I gotta buy a set of dice per character, so it's really weird.
I will. Okay, I don't typically go looking for specialty dice, but if I am, perusing gaming stuff or at a convention, I happen to see dice that I just like the look of for whatever reason, then I'll grab them. But I definitely don't seek out like, hey, this one is made out of crystal, and this one's made out of the root of an ancient elm tree, or like I'm not looking for weird stuff just for the sake of looking for it.
Yeah, I remember a few years back we were seeing all sorts of crazy dice, like a meteorite dice or mammoth bone, shit like that.
Yeah, I don't need to go for that. Like I said, dice are something I pick up while I'm looking at other gaming stuff, or like if I'm backing a Kickstarter or something and they're a part of that and they look cool, I might grab the dice too.
Yeah, okay, so here's a ridiculous one that I just looked up. I'm trying to get the website to load. Mammoth ivory. Like the set apparently is $2,600. So I'm curious. First off, one, are they real?
No.
Yeah, I don't expect so. No.
No.
This is probably another scam. I don't know. The website is artisandice.com. If anybody knows anything about this, I have no fucking clue because I just came here. But first off, is it real? Probably not. Two, is it like actual mammoth? If it is real, which means they had to have taken this from a fossil somewhere. Three, maybe it's elephant ivory, which is illegal. So Yeah, there's definitely. I'm not gonna say it's a scam because I do not fucking know. I don't want to blame Artisan Dice for selling false shit, but I certainly would not drop that level of money on a set of dice without seeing the process of how they got that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there, but I do know that there's plenty of mammoth tusks on the market for people to buy. So, I mean, that's definitely possible. That's not too far out there. T-Rex dice? That probably does not exist, but I can.
Actually, I can sell you one right now.
Yep,
There's no problem.
Yep,
Yeah.
only $1,000. $1,000. That's all.
Yeah, it's super cheap.
Oh,
For
oh.
you, buddy? For you? Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, so there was a Kickstarter fossil dice made from real T-Rex fossils.
Dear God.
This has it has 10 days to go. Like it's still active. It's got over 500,000 pledges or
You need to
$500,000.
share that link. I want to see that.
Holy shit. The things we're finding tonight. All right, I'll throw it in podcast chat.
Because I would definitely buy some T-Rex dice.
Oh, I'm sad I sent that to you then.
I will not.
Ooh, I can make a pledge without getting a reward for a single dollar.
Yeah, I support it just because I support it.
I actually saw this. There's another ad that I got on Facebook as well too. I actually remember seeing these before. I don't trust this one at all.
Oh hell no!
But it's got a certificate of authenticity from the
them.
Authentic, the authentic certificate of authentication certificate. Yeah, that sounds real.
That sounds official.
Sounds official and real.
Yeah.
So you have three options. You could get the pulverized bone dice, the suspended bone dice, which just has the bone in the middle of the die, or the carved solid bone dice.
No, like I don't put it past like the one where like it's just a bit of dinosaur bone and a resin die. Like I could totally see that. That seems plausible, but I don't know if that's something that like would actually happen or not, But
I'm curious, whoever's running this Kickstarter, did they get an actual T-Rex bone of their own, or are they buying T-Rex bits from some other random company out of China that they don't know if it's real or not, and then just telling everybody it's real T-Rex?
I don't know.
There's so much nonsense out here. What is going on? Why did you take me down this rabbit hole, Chris?
So you can buy T-Rex fossils and other fossils online, and it doesn't seem to be like, it looks about like an inch for like $40, an inch of bone. So if you take an inch of bone, let's just say like an inch cube around, and chop it up and put it in resin, yeah, I can see that. That's not too crazy, but a full set of die, that's a little much.
I'm gonna dig so deeply into this. I'll find out more. You just
well,
wait.
I know at least with the mammoth tusk, like that's a thing because
there are a lot of mammoth tusks.
Yeah, there are a lot of mammoth tusks. I was watching what is it, Blacktail Studios. He was restoring a mammoth tusk at one point in time. He does a bunch of like resin stuff, tables and stuff like that. He's like, I'm gonna restore a mammoth tusk. All right, you do you, boy. And that's what he did, and it worked? ? So I mean, I can see that. I don't want to buy a T-Rex one though. That's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But you're welcome for your new obsession.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Just what I needed. All right, let's move on. What else you got? Kristian, you got something?
If Chris is done.
Am I done? Do you want me to continue?
Hang on. I don't know. Let me
have
see.
Another topic, or are you just going to ramble more about weird dice?
I was going to ramble more about scams, but go ahead.
Is it a D&D related scam?
No.
Can it be a D&D
No.
related scam? Okay.
Well, then we have No room for that.
No,
All
you're
right.
up.
Well, I am excited. It is the 1st of February, and that kicks off Zine month or Zine month,
You mean
Zinetopia.
Zine?
All things small and independent creators for there's Kickstarter backer kits. It's probably some other ones I'm not aware of, but there's a bunch of stuff that has started to kick off, and there's a bunch of stuff that will go on later throughout the month for a variety of systems or system neutral content, but lots of cool stuff that you can pick up. Some of the stuff I got last year on Zine Month ended up being some of my favorite stuff I got throughout the year. So I always like to check out what people are throwing out there, and I'll highlight a few, and then I'll probably do this throughout the month of February, just because just too much to go over all in one sitting.
I mean, I do love
But-
a good. I do love a good magazine. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, zine.
Yeah. So here, this one is one of the first ones I saw, and also one that I already backed. It's called Dungeon Death. It is for Shadow Dark, but this is the description. There's something different in the air tonight. While browsing Surf Coast Video, you discovered a game no one has ever heard of, Dungeon Death. Curious, you pop the cartridge into your Mega Extreme Power System 32X. At first, nothing happened. Then, in a flash, an intense neon light bursts from the screen, blinding you. When your vision returns, you find yourself in a pitch-dark room. You are likely to be eaten.
By a
This is
group?
Dungeon Death. You play a group of ragtag 90s teens trapped inside a deadly fantasy video game, fighting to survive and searching for a way home.
It is.
my
It's you're running from a GRU, but they don't use the word GRU.
Well, it's probably trademarked.
So they've got an adventure for you, but they offer they have new ancestries, because you will now be playing as such things as the jock, the nerd, the popular kid, or the prep, and the gamer class who uses powers that you store in your glove of power.
Oh my God, they can't use the Nintendo Glove of Power, but Glove of Power is close enough.
Yeah. So yeah, this is great. This is something I will get, and I will probably at some point run for our Shadow Dark group as a like break for like a 1 or 2 shot, just to do something silly and fun.
No, that sounds fantastic. It reminds me of the Goodman Games pinball crawl classics that they were kickstarting recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's still going on, I think.
Might be. Let's see.
But
that
was the first one I
It's got
saw.
10 days.
And yeah, I was all in on that.
Yeah, that's one I would enjoy. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Also, this is another one. I've picked out a few that, obviously I'm looking at stuff for systems I tend to enjoy and play. So this is another Shadow Dark one that is going to be launching soon. It hasn't kicked off yet. It's called Outcast Unseelie and the Ooze Between.
What? Say that again slowly.
Outcast Unseelie and the Ooze Between.
Oh my God, I'm just trying to figure out what this is a play on. Go ahead.
It is a puzzle dungeon. Apparently, they did a version of it. Someone a while ago did something called they did a puzzle dungeon jam, and it was one of the highlights of that. And so they are doing a expanded and full size version of it for Zine Month here. So that sounds like another fun one to pick up to use for Shadow Dark.
On the cover has like this horrifying little cute skull caterpillar on it that's going to eat you and your friends.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
26-room dungeon, 4 new monsters, 4 magic items. So good.
Yeah.
Or Ed Greenwood's new book.
There's also, and this is another one, this is a system neutral one, but it looks amusing. It's called Poor Lichard's Almanac.
Oh my God.
It's a 48-page, fantasy-inspired tabletop zine of generators, curses, and advices from a cynical lich. It's obviously done after Poor Richard's Almanac or the Farmer's Almanac. But your host is a lich, or Lichard. In life, Lichard was a wizard of middling reputation and exceptional paranoia. His father was a turnip farmer, and his mother was a turnip farmer's wife. They named him Lichard because she couldn't pronounce R's properly, and his father thought it was endearing. It was not. He learned early that knowledge was power, and power is the only thing standing between you and an angry mob with torches. Spent 6 decades accumulating arcane secrets, 2 years preparing the ritual of lichdom, and approximately 4 minutes regretting it. But yeah, so it's a weird book of just random stuff you can use at your game table for any system. Like it has the Harvester's Guide to Cursed Botany, a lookup table for when your players decide to eat dungeon flora. Includes identification, alchemical uses, side effects, magical pests and how to eradicate them. A guide to vermins that might infest a wizard's tower or crypts. Village verses and various vexations. Humorous and book-ready tables for the town crier, the commons, curious chronicles, bounty boards partially paid, perilous pursuits, and your local tavern's refrain and repercussion table.
Yeah, you're going to need that Harvester's Guide to Cursed Botany in your Shadow Dark game, because at some point I'm going to end up eating that fucking mushroom.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got a bunch of other stuff in here. Health, home, and horoscopes, lifestyle advice for adventurers, class horoscopes, cooking with kobolds, letters to Lichard, where people write to the Lich and he answers them.
Wait, is Cooking with Kobolds a cookbook on how to cook kobolds or how to cook food with the assistance of kobolds?
We don't know.
The only thing description is given: recipes that are technically edible, provided you have a high constitution save and very low standards.
Yeah, the picture art next to it is just 3 kobolds standing on top of each other, stirring a pot with maybe a salt shaker in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
This looks like a
professional
great
development, aspiring BBEG's guide to layer selection, 20 places to hide your phylactery, and 101 very vicious mockeries.
Hold on.
And flumps.
And flumps, of course, yeah. The Aspiring BBEG's Guide to Lair Selection, a real estate guide for would-be evil overlords and the GMs who put them there. This is fantastic, and I love everything about it.
Yeah, this is one I'm also gonna grab because it seems utterly amazing.
Yeah, I don't normally back many of these, but god damn it, this one is. I probably am gonna have to back this one. And it's actually cheap too. Like it's only $18. So that's
most of these are pretty cheap to get. That's one of the nice things about it is you can pick up a couple of them without spending too much. For Pirate Borg, they have Tales from the Locker.
Yeah,
this is like a.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a zine style of kind of. It's almost like an old Dragon magazine, but for Pirate Borg. They have articles, adventurers, NPCs, classes, monsters, and then like roll tables to use, at your game. So they have like fantastic locations, like the Isle of 1,000 Corpses. And it's an island composed of a bunch of dead bodies circulated throughout the dark Caribbean. They are intertwined into a flotilla, like a bunch of ants all joined together that have been animated by local cultists, and it moves around powered by flailing limbs of undead that are below the waterline.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this one's already funded and actually already backed it earlier today.
They have Chris's class for if anytime he ever plays Pirate Borg. It's called the Tusked Raider. It is it is a mutant pig man for Pirate Borg.
Man, I love Pigman.
Yep, he loves pig.
Yep.
Good old pig.
So yeah, I back this one too. This one does look really good. This looks like cool stuff for Pirate
Yeah.
Board.
Real quick before we go forward, Dan, Kristian, are you guys familiar with the story of Pig?
No.
Chris, do you want to tell it on here, or do we want to just tell it later? Because I think we've told it on here.
I think we told it on here, but I think we should save Pig for a different day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll tell you after the podcast, but it's a
No,
large story.
I'll tell it on the podcast because there's history now to Pig, and it may or may not tie into something else that I'm working on right now. So
okay. All right.
we'll see.
We'll keep it on the back burner. Sorry, guys. Anyone who's listening, my apologies for bringing it up.
Yep, maybe soon. And there's another one that I have my eye on. This is called Under the Shadow of Hellfast Spire. This is from Bob Worldbuilder again. This is exclusively for Shadow Dark, and the cover looks right off of like a glam metal album.
Oh, what? Sorry, I was trying to Google it. What was it called?
Under the Shadow of Hellfast Spire. Okay.
Now I want to see this glam metal artwork.
Yeah, no, that cover. I was sold on the art there. This is one where the art definitely got me.
That did not bring anything up. Maybe throw a link in the podcast chat.
Yeah,
for
let me
one.
grab this here.
Some of these zines are they're hard to find.
Kickstarter doesn't have the best discoverability.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Yeah, no, that's great.
Oh,
look at that hair.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
So this is an adventure, it's got an adventure site, a dungeon, a small hex crawl, kind of a starting village, and then some monsters and magic items and gear and hazards. So this is one I'll be taking a look at. We'll maybe probably go for. Nothing else. I love that. I do love that cover art.
If you want to sell your product to me, have amazing cover art.
Mm-hmm.
That's the start. That's the first thing that's going to get it out of the gates. I'm not even going to look at it if you have shitty CG art. But if you have something like this, I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to scroll through it and look at it if it's a physical product. Or if I see it online, I'm just going to be like, what the fuck is this?
For those that need a translation, he buys books based on the cover art only, not care about the content.
No.
He judges a book by its cover. Nothing else.
Well, that is definitely not true. It also has to have awesome art inside the book.
That's right.
Which is why he's never read a novel in his entire life.
Yeah, I can't read. I love picture books.
But he owns every single Conan novel with a Frank Frazetta cover. So
yes.
Wait, you're supposed to read these things?
Yeah, I just
Speaking of which, did you know that Frank Frazetta's a comic book cover for I forgot the name of it. It's the one with the with Conan fighting like the monster with the big red cape. I think it's called Man-Ape or something like that. But it went for $13.5 million.
Wait, what?
What?
But why?
I'll drop a link.
Okay,
yeah, fucking awesome art.
I do know that painting, and yeah, I'm not surprised it went for that much.
13.5. I had no idea. That's fucking crazy.
I mean,
yeah,
people
it
want
was
it.
recent too, September 16th, 2025, Conan the Barbarian or Heritage Auctions. Wow.
Yeah, art is a weird thing because people will pay obscene amounts of money, as you well know, for art. And there are people who are buying the art because they fucking love the art. And then there's also a massive, massive market of fraud, of people being able to move money around and hide money and, shit like that. So
sure, yeah.
A $13 million Frazetta painting, I'm prone to believe that it's because the person loves Frazetta's art and wants it. But 13 million is a lot of money. So
that is, in fact, a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He is the most famous fantasy artist out there, though.
Yeah, he is one of them.
I mean, I can't think of anybody who's more iconic. I mean, I love Elmore and Brom, but they're not at Frazetta's level of fame.
Not as recognizable now.
Anyway, back to zines.
Yeah, I'll do a couple more this week, and then I'll save some more throughout the month. There's plenty of them out here.
I only had one to throw in. If I can,
Okay.
give you an intermission so you can pull up your next ones. I was going to talk about the Pyroborg one, which you already talked about, but I also am waiting on this other one that I saw. It's called Whispering Willows. Have you seen this? And again, I'm very much similar to Jay, where if you've got really great cover art and really awesome art for the interior, you're pretty much an automatic sale for me. So, and we've talked about in this podcast about different fantasy role playing games based on you playing small animal folks like Redwall sort of thing, and they got me with this one versus. Whispering Willows is a fantasy role-playing game about small animal folk who protect the quiet heart of the living forest. The setting will draw inspiration from timeless classics to give rise to intimate yet powerful tales. If you've been moved by the fragile wonder of the Dark Crystal, the quiet bravery of the Secret of Nim, or the spirit of fellowship found in the Redwall saga, you will find familiar echoes among the whispering leaves and hidden paths of the forest. And the art in it is just... I haven't watched The Secret of Nim in 40 years.
Oh, it's
but
so good.
I'm looking at this, and I'm just getting flashbacks to just being a kid and looking up in awe at this fucking, beautiful masterpiece of a film. At least in my 6-year-old brain, it was. I like I said, haven't seen it in many, many years, but I feel like this is the type of thing that I could pick up and run for my son.
Yeah,
and he would have a great time with it.
Do me a favor. Same deal. Throw a link in the podcast chat because I'm having a lot of these. I'm just having a struggle finding them.
Yeah, this one not on Kickstarter. It's on BackerKit. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and here you go.
Yeah, there it is. I want to see this beautiful art.
Yeah.
Badger.
Right.
First thing I see is a badger with a book.
Yeah,
but it's a self-contained. It's a zine with a self-contained sort of small RPG in it. You get your starting classes, you get your ability scores, you have your starting abilities, and you have to gather resources for your event during your adventure, strengthen and expand your village, unlock new possibilities and advantages, and then watch the forest respond to your actions as every choice leaves a lasting trace. So it's just like a little, sort of like a mini adventure.
This is sort of it's interesting. I'm seeing this a lot more recently, where role-playing games that are coming out will have a lot of overlap with what you would see in board games like Gloomhaven or Frosthaven. Like, gather resources during your adventures and decide how to invest them, strengthen and expand your village. Like, these are board game sort of mechanics that are finding their way very much into role-playing games.
Yeah.
I don't dislike that by any means. It's just, it's an interesting crossover that I kind of enjoy because I love Frosthaven or games like that. So
right.
I want to see more of it.
Well, I've got a couple other ones I will highlight here. I'll grab their links. This one is from 9th Level Games, and it is called Mount Olympus Community College.
There we go.
You're a lesser god, and it kind of sucks. You didn't get into Mount Olympus University, and your parents are very disappointed in you. Instead, you enrolled at Mount Olympus Community College. Here's their key premises for the game. You are demigods. Mount Olympus Community College accepts all types. You'll meet Norse hammer weirdos, animal head gods, tempestuous snakes, and all sorts of stuff. You are kind of losers. Much like Denny's, you don't go to Mount Olympus Community College so much as you end up there.
Oh my god.
Success is a trap. Tragic myths are rife with examples of people who flew a bit too close to the sun, literally. You fail forward. As a scrappy loser demigod, you should get back up off the ground and dust yourself off and figure out what to do next. It's aggressively anachronistic. The world of Mount Olympus Community College has one foot in mythical ancient Greece and the other foot in line for a new cell phone.
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
That's so
the
good.
art is delightful. It looks like something that would be. This is the kind of thing you would play to do like a short, like 2 or 3 shot game, just to do something as kind of a palate cleanser between campaigns. But it looks fun.
Yeah, and Ninth Level Games were the ones that did the Mazes adventure game a couple of
That's
years
right.
back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It uses the same system as that. It's their polymorph system, where essentially whatever the key of the system is basically you only need 1 die. That's the die roll for your class or whatever you are, and that's the die you roll. And you're looking for different, depending on what kind of success you're trying to get. Different numbers are better at it. So some classes are better at getting certain results than others. So it's an interesting, pretty simple system once you pick it up. But I thought that was delightfully strange and one of those kind of things that's a fun short game to play.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun to play that one. Can't wait to have a kegger.
The next one is called Kane Sun. This is a module for Mothership, the sci-fi horror RPG, but it's a little bit different. Instead of playing spacers in weird capitalism, you are actually playing the role of parasitic alien worms, all fighting for control of a single human host.
Okay.
As the host is exploring some sort of weird alien necropolis, you are all trying to manipulate it into doing whatever goals your particular parasite has. Each player has a secret agenda. You're fragile. You're forced to learn social dynamics of the crew so they don't discover you. But you're all in the one host trying to each accomplish your agenda. This is another one. So it seems like fun for a 1 or 2 shot to do something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's man. Yeah, you definitely have you've come across some good ones this time.
Yeah, that's great.
Very, very different than anything I think I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a really interesting premise. I'll be very interested to see when they get when they actually launch and you get a little more details. But I was sold on the art and the premise there. That sounds like something very something a bit different, especially for Mothership. It's a different take on how to play the game.
Yeah, like the art looks like a Windows 95 video game.
Yeah. So that's the zines I got to highlight for this week. I'll have some more for the next couple of weeks as we get into the month.
Oh my god, yeah, those are great. I probably am going to end up backing the poor Lichard's Almanac because that's just it's too amazing.
Well,
do we have it?
I bought a new book. I bought a new book this week.
Oh, all right, go for it.
Yeah, Ed Greenwood's new book.
Oh, you did buy it. Okay.
Yeah. I put
The
a link
physical
in
book or digital?
I bought
only?
both because I have credits on DM's Guild because I sell stuff on DM's Guild, and so I have invisible DM's Guild pesos, I guess.
Pesos.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
so I bought the. It's called "The Souls for Taking: The Return of Larloch," Book 1.
This is a novel.
It is a novel. But it says that it has new heroes for the Forgotten Realms, new monsters and NPC rules and lore, new spell and themed magic item, a new tavern, entry by Volo, and the City of Caravans updated to 1501 DR. So, essentially, when you go through the book, it is a novel up front, and then it kind of goes through who the new heroes are, and kind of gives you the lore of what happened. So essentially, there's a page kind of discussing each of the main heroes. There is a new statted hero called Velaminster. I guess his name was given to him as an insult, and he just kind of went, "All right, whatever."
Is he the Wario of Elminster?
I guess so. Yeah. He actually has a stat block, CR13 wizard of some kind. In the 2024 wizard style. So he's got Weave Blast as his like main type of attack.
Sorry, did you say fucking Weave Blast?
Weave Blast!
Does he throw fake hair at them? Like
he does.
God.
He does it 4 times each turn.
the fuck is a weave blast?
It is a melee or range attack roll with +10, reach of 5 feet, or range of 150 feet. And on hit, it does 10 plus 5 force damage. He also has all his spellcasting, and by all his spellcasting, I mean he has Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts, Disguise Self, Invisibility, Light, Mage Armor, Mage Hand, Prestidigitation. Twice a day, he can cast Fireball, Fly, and Hypnotic Pattern. And once a day each, he can cast Cone of Cold, Far Scrying Whirl, Mind Blank, and Teleport.
Ugh.
And he can Misty Step 3 times a day as a bonus action.
Oh,
And
there
he
it is.
There.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
2025. I love it. Best
And as a
system
reaction,
ever.
he has the Protective Weave, which he casts Counterspell or Shield, and responds to a spell trigger.
Of course.
6.
Now, it's a very basic, up-to-date blog, but like this is a wizard from Ed Greenwood, and it's nothing about Ed Greenwood or how he set it up, but like, I hate this new style. This wizard has fucking level 9 Cold of Cone, and he doesn't have fucking any other spells. He only casts Fireball twice a day. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's not a wizard. He's an NPC.
So the new spell is, let me find it here, which I did think was cool. And even though I read it as new spells, it was only one singular spell. Far Scrying Whirl. The level 6 divination spell. Casting time is 1 minute. Range is self. Has verbal and somatic components. Duration of 10 minutes. You create a pinprick of golden arcane energy that expands into a floating oval window framed by brilliant light. Sunlight spreads from the manifested window and fills a 60-foot radius sphere. The sunlight area is bright light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. The window shows you a location you know on the same plane of existence. An invisible, intangible sensor is created at the target location and doesn't move. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. If something can see the sensor, it appears as a luminous oval of arcane energy. As a magic action, you can move the sensor up to 60 feet in any direction. A solid barrier blocks the sensor's movement, but the sensor can pass through an opening of at least 5 feet in diameter. So
That's not a new spell. That's a second ed spell.
okay.
I'm just saying it's an old
It
spell.
seems like a bad scrying spell.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's from the
Yeah, remember when Jay was talking about like he was looking through like the Tome of Spells or
Yeah. That's what it's from.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was something from that. It was one of those spells that like a random NPC you encountered once ended up having in his spell book, and your wizard was like, "Huh, I can memorize that," and never looked at it again. That's what that was. And I feel like it's one of those spells that, for some reason, like maybe a DM, maybe Ed Greenwood himself had like some players in his party. He's like, "Oh, I don't know how he could possibly have scryed upon me because like blah blah blah. I had this thing and I had this thing and it prevented it." And like they made up a spell that explained an NPC's bullshit. and this is it. And like, not only are we reprinting like a bullshit spell that was worthless from second edition,
Yep.
like we're upgrading it to 5th edition, and it is still about as wordy and worthless as it was then.
He can't scry on me. I have a necklace of anti-scrying. He was just able to see you through a window that he put there.
Yeah. There's a scry. Didn't actually need a scrying sensor per se.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, very accurate description.
And the other thing is I think it said that there was new monsters and NPCs.
Yeah.
There's only one monster stat block. There is there's something called the Hags, which is a bunch of night hags that I guess are important to the story. There's a creature called the Worm That Walks, which is a really cool monster.
Yeah,
that's an old monster.
That's an old monster.
Yeah,
too.
that's again an old one.
No stat block though.
Oh, that's sad.
Right. The only stat block that's provided is the Bone Colossus.
All right. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna fucking throw down with the Bone Colossus and the Weave Blaster. Damn it.
So the
Oh,
Bone
God.
Colossus art is pretty neat. It's basically a pile of bones, but like you see a dragon skull, a couple dragon skulls, a beholder skull, some kind of titan skull with porcupine pricks on it, and a bunch of just other random bones. But unfortunately, when I read this, I was like, this monster sounds familiar to me. And we'll get to how it sounds familiar to me and once I get through kind of reading a little bit of it. So let me get the stat block up here.
I mean, it's a cool name, the Bone
yeah.
Colossus. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
yeah, Bone Colossus. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, the Weave Thrower, not so much. Not so much.
Weave Blaster.
Weave Blaster.
Okay, so the Bone Colossus is a CR12 monster. Has 19 AC, 17 while bloodied. I don't know how a Bone Colossus bleeds, but haha, same joke as always. 171 hit points, speed of 40 feet. Bunch of cool stats, strength and con are 18 and 21. It's undead. It's huge. It has dark vision. Has multi-collect. The Bone Colossus can make 3 attacks using Bone Storm, Chimeric Slam, or Monstrous Lash in any combination. And I was like, okay, cool. What is Bone Storm? He doesn't have an ability called Bone Storm.
Oh.
Oh no!
Interesting.
So
Okay.
what I think happened is the same thing I thought of when I read that. This is that monster from the WoW Lich King raid that basically screamed "Bone Storm" and just swung around in a circle and killed everybody. And that's exactly what I think happened, because there is an ability called Bone Swarm. Bone Swarm is the Bone Colossus randomly shoots a fragment of its orbiting shield of bones at a target you can see within 60 feet. And you get to roll a d4 to see what bone gets thrown off the Bone Colossus. The first one is a femur wallop, strength saving throw, 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
What?
And the target has the prone condition. Claw strike, dexterity saving throw, 68 slashing damage. The Wyvern sting, con saving throw. The target is poisoned for 1 minute. If it fails, the target can take an action to remove the fragment and end the condition. Or Latching Jaws, dexterity saving throw again. If the target is a large or smaller creature, it has the grapple condition, and it has the restrain condition until the grapple ends.
Did you say grappled? The grappled condition?
Yep. The grabbled.
The grabbled, yeah. The grabblers here, boys.
The Chimeric Slam is just a straight attack roll that when it hits, it does the prone condition. And the Monstrous Lash is a long reach, kind of like a tail swipe of sorts, that does slashing damage and necrotic damage. So when you kind of look through all these abilities, like the saving throws are kind of neat with Bone Storm, but I don't know why you would ever use the Chimeric Slam when you could just do the Monstrous Slash at range over and over and over again for necrotic and slashing damage, which you get would be possibly more on average than the Monstrous Slash.
I would be rolling at random to see which attack it makes.
Yeah, I would do one of each. Honestly, I'd do the Bone Swarm, the Chimeric Slam, and the Monstrous Slash. That just feels like this is like a dragon-esque style monster, so he would do all of those. You know?
Yeah. Correction. Actually, have you not read how dragons play out in D&D 5e 2024? Because a dragon-like monster. I'm sorry. What are his 2 attacks? Rend and bite. That's what a dragon does, man. And I don't know. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
Yeah, they don't get all these cool attacks. I don't know what you're thinking about.
There's no cool attacks for dragons anymore, buddy.
The Bone Colossus also has the Chronic Blast, which is a 60-foot long,
He's ignoring
5-foot
me.
wide.
Does
Yeah,
he
I
have Weave
am.
Blast?
And then he also has Weave Destruction. No, he doesn't.
God.
As a reaction, he has Fragment Shot. Whenever he takes damage by someone within 60 feet, he uses Bone Storm, which again he doesn't have as an ability, but he has Bone
Why would I
Swarm.
need it?
He doesn't need it.
I imagine that this is just like you make some kid angry and he just screams Bone Storm at you. It doesn't do anything, but he just yells it at you aggressively.
You're like, okay, kid.
Bone Storm.
You will come to my bone storm.
I've met this LARPer. I know this LARPer.
Oh no.
So the only other thing of note is that there is the characters that they put in there that they kind of drew up. And they all have, like I said, they have a page of text describing them. So they're NPCs that you can use, and I'm assuming they're part of the story. I haven't read the story at all, nor probably will I. But there is a Visaya Varandier, which is like a 20-something blonde, fairly attractive drawing. Gloth Myrrh, looks to be a gold or copper or maybe a bronze dragonborn of some kind. I can't really tell. It doesn't say immediately. There's Han Graham Falcon Hand.
Fuck yeah.
It's just a human male. Then there's
He's a dude. He's just a dude.
Then there's Velminster, who looks like a younger
as a
Elminster.
dude.
And then the last character they have is Lyrali Relova the Beautiful. And the thing is like her art is just different than the others. The others seem to be kind of like almost very painterly. And hers looks almost cell shaded. I don't know why, and this is just a personal opinion.
Comes from the Borderlands.
She is fuggo as shit. She looks fuggo, and it's just because of how it's drawn. It's really weird because she's supposed to be this beautiful, striking beauty per her page description, but I would definitely hit it up with the blonde up above because the beautiful, it's just not. They need to redraw her. It's all
just drawings, man.
So Chris, one thing I've noticed as well, you've looked at the cover of the book and the word "Souls for the Taking." You notice the O has literally the Magic the Gathering black mana symbol in it,
with an added crown. Yeah,
like it's they did so little work for this. Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, I like the cover illustration. I like most of the art that they have here, what little there is. I definitely I probably will buy the rest of the books just because it's nice to have them and have,
if you buy the first one, you got to get the rest. You got
to read the books.
You got to catch them all.
Yeah, you're going to have to read the books, Chris, so you can talk about them here so we can find out, what's in them, what the story is.
I hope the books are better than what you've just told me.
I want to know what happens to Larloch and Velminster.
Larloch is an old,
if somebody gets bone blasted.
lich. So I am kind of interested. He was always kind of a cool minor presence of the Forgotten Realms.
Who
lich
was?
That's Larloch.
Yeah, that's true.
Larloch's been around for forever. He's one of the. He's a lich that is one of the. I believe he's one of the. What's that magic empire? Netheril. He's one of the Netheries that survived by becoming a lich.
Larloch, called the Shadow King, was a Netherese male human and a lich. He is the former sorcerer king of the Enclave of Jisk-Sidur in ancient Netheril, and later the master of the Warlock's Crypt and Shadow King of its undead inhabitants.
The Shadow?
The Shadow?
The Shadow.
Yep, there's a whole wiki on him. Pretty long one, too.
Yeah, been around for a long time. So,
okay.
Worth, you got to read it, Chris, and tell us what's up.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Or I got a better idea, Chris. What you need to do
Or get
is
the AI summary.
you need to. Oh, no, don't do that. No, you need to actually voice act this and like actually post it as if so you're actually just reading it out. I mean, you get permission from Ed first.
Maybe, hey,
But-
see if it's on Audible or something. Maybe
It's
you can
not
just
gonna
listen
be
to
yet.
it.
It's not gonna, how do you know it's not going to be on Audible?
Yep. I want Chris reading my version of it on Audible.
I do too.
Well, maybe I'll see if I'll just ring up Ed and see how it goes.
Yeah.
String him up.
I have his number.
You know, speed dial. I'll do.
Yeah, it's 1-800 Fay Run.
There it is. Actually, it's just Elminster 7. I don't know if that's enough numbers or not, but it could be. Who knows?
So, are we at the hour time limit? Because I do want to cover my Matt Mercer's top 10.
Actually, an
D&D
hour and
tips.
15.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we're a little over an hour,
Okay.
but yeah, if we really want to talk about the Matt Mercer
It'll
top
only
10,
take like 10 minutes. So yeah, a
Yeah,
minute
that-
for each one.
I do actually have one other thing to bring up.
oh, okay,
This will be
let's do
super
that
short.
before we wrap up with the Matt Mercer stuff.
I just happened to remember it because Chris was talking about Reddit. On the Shadow Dark Reddit, they are hosting a Shadow Dark like Appendix N style book club.
Okay.
So they're picking a book to read for the month of February, and then they're going to have
Oh.
discussions on it. So they're starting out with Imaro from Charles Saunders.
Charles Saunders. I have not heard of. How do you even spell the Amaro?
Imaro.
Novel by Charles R. Saunders. Okay, I've never heard of this one. Oh man, this looks fantastic. This is very
It's
almost
old Sword and Sorcery.
old,
So
yeah.
He's a contemporary of Howard and Lovecraft and all these folks. So yeah, I ordered the book. I'm gonna take part in it. I'm gonna read the short stories. It's a collection of I think 4 or 5 short stories, and then see where it goes from there. But I thought it was interesting. I like a good excuse to read, and that gives me some motivation to do it. So if you are also interested in reading some old school sword and sorcery style books and things that inspired old D&D and old RPGs, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a dungeon master or game master at all, I highly suggest just reading these old DAW novels, DAW. Like they just put out so many of these things. There's old sword and sorcery, old sci-fi. It's interesting and creative. It throws ideas at you, things you can work with.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, all right, on to the Matt Mercer top 10. All right, Chris.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's do this.
So Matt Mercer's top one tip, I'm going to say for the very end. But
Oh,
so number 10,